Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey and across continent to the Michael J. Fox studios with the new microphone. It is Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Devils fall in a heartbreaker to the Dallas Stars, 4-3 tonight, down in Dallas. I'm mad, Scotty. I'm frustrated. The roller coaster continues. Possibly more injuries. I don't know, Scotty. Lots to recap tonight.
Yeah, it's a bit of a doozy here going on with another L for these New Jersey Devils. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Devils After Dark, like Sam Woo was saying. And, yeah, I don't know what to say too much about this one because I just knew it. As soon as that icing happened with 14 seconds left in the game, I was just like, they're going to score. No way around it. So, yeah, extremely disappointing loss here for this team that, got dominated in the first period, and they turned it on in the third because the Stars went into neutral. And the Devils forced their way back into this contest. It really didn't seem like they were going to have any chance in the world to come out of this one with any sort of points. But they did make it a game there at the end. And unfortunately, a bad play by Brendan Dillon ends up costing the Devils. So let's talk about it here on the show. I can see everyone already chiming in here on the old YouTube page. Hello to Max and Brooke and Johnny Danks and Joseph Lanham and Donnell and Wyatt. Oh, we haven't had Wyatt around for a while. So what's up, Wyatt? How you doing, buddy? Yeah. So we still don't have official word on what's going on with Jack Hughes. We just know he's not playing. So what does that do for our team? Well, it makes us a one-line team because everyone is now grouped up in that top line. Timo, Nico, and Jesper Bratt. And all three of them had themselves a really solid game. I mean, the key, if Jack Hughes, and it looks like he's going to be, is going to be out for quite some time, we're going to really need Timo Meier to start, taking over games and being that offensive threat that we signed him for. We know Timo's game all around is good, but we need him to start putting the puck in the net. And today he did do that. He got 2 points tonight. He got the assist and he had the first goal there, but it's I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Tom Fitzgerald, what the hell are you doing? You've been watching this team just slowly plummet. Jake Evans, if you didn't hear, re-signed with the Montreal Canadiens. I know that was someone the Devils were targeting, but looks like that's out the window now. Ain't gonna happen. You do have a trade piece that everybody is kind of desiring there in Nemitz. I'm hearing rumors that they'd be open to rentals. What are you crazy? I don't know what is going on behind the scenes there at the Devils, but either way, we did get a goal from Timo Meier. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals from Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. At 7:09 of the second of PPG, all of the Devils' goals tonight were, well, I guess the third one wasn't technically on the power play, but it was on a delayed penalty. Their 5-on-5 play is not good. Not good. And now that Jack Hughes is down, Nico Hischier cannot do everything for this team. They need some other people to step up. And I did see a lot of that effort in the third period, but again, inconsistent. We needed a full 60 minutes. And there's a lot of players on this team that you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Hey, there are guys, we're going to run them out there and everything like that, but they're just not producing. How many times have we said there's no finish on this team? And tonight, you get Timo scoring. He gets his 17th. Comes from Nico and Luke. Power play goal. Nico gets the next one. Coming from Luke and Jesper Bratt. This is 26 for the captain, by the way. And then Brett Pesce gets one there pretty late in the third period. And who's the assist on that? Timo Meier and Jesper Bratt. So do you see the pattern going on here in this game? I think it's going to continue, especially now because Dougie Hamilton got hurt. Stud of the game again. Well, Timo might have taken it for tonight, but for the Devils side, Luke Hughes playing a bunch of extra minutes there with Dougie going down. And man, I mean, he took that slashing penalty. First, a Kovacevic there at the end of the second period, delay a game. That's a bad penalty. And then Luke takes the slash. Now you got a 5-on-3. And I almost forgot. The Stars scored in the last minute of the second period, and then they score in the last minute of the third period. What a kick in the balls that is right there. But they got to be smarter. You can't take these dumb penalties, especially when the 5-on-5 play is just so lacking. The Pesce goal came on a delayed penalty, and there was an extra man on the ice. So every one of their goals tonight only came when they were outnumbering the Stars on the ice. 2 power play goals, 1 delayed penalty goal. That's not good. That's not good. And the way it happened at the end, I mean, Brendan Dillon, come on, man, you're the vet on this team. I would expect something like that from like Casey or, Nemitz, even maybe even Luke at this point, because they're so young, but you don't get it all the way up to the red line, the center ice, and you dump it in. And I know you can go back and forth about whether it should have been icing or not, but the fact of the matter is it was icing. It wasn't like an easy play that the Stars can just go and pick the puck up and play it. Whoever it was on defense was trying to bat it out of the air. It's an icing. It's an icing in a tied game with 14 seconds left. And what happens in that point? No change of lines then. Now you can't get Nico Hischier, who does everything, out on the ice to take that face-off in the defensive zone. You got Eric Haula with the draw, who I think is 5 for 13 tonight. You rather have Nico out there, or you rather have Eric Haula out there? Of course, we want Nico out there. Lose the draw, and, it's all she wrote. Markstrom makes some big saves tonight. Marky's looking good. There was that one breakaway. He made a couple really big highlight reel saves that I'm sure, you're going to see on, on the fly on the old NHL network if you have it with our old friend Erica Wachter. Sure, she'll be probably doing the highlights. She's there pretty often. But it's just a real disappointing game again. And one that they really could have sneaked out at least a point, from a really good Dallas Stars team, who when the playoffs do roll around are probably going to be one of the favorites to win the Stanley Cup this year. But until the third period, also again, why do we always make Casey DeSmith look like he's Martin Brodeur in net. Why does that keep happening? They finally got to him in the third, but again, power play, odd man opportunities with the delayed penalty. It took an insane tip from Nico Hischier. And then on the Brett Pesce goal, the Devils actually had the Stars pinned in there. They were doing really well in the third period. They had some really good momentum because the Stars just went into neutral. Look at that shot total. Where's the shot total for the third period? 4! The Stars only had 4 shots on goal in the third period. The Devils had 10. Devils had 37 hits on the evening as well. Like seeing that. 10 penalty minutes? Not so much there. 2 for 2 on the power play. Stars were 1 for 5. 5-on-5 play is lacking. A lot of our guys from the beginning of the season that we were so hyped on are I think they just come back down to earth. We got to find out what's going on with Dougie Hamilton now. If he goes down, things are not looking pretty. And you can see with this team, you lose Jack Hughes and how much it puts this team in disarray. It's tough. It's really tough. And they're essentially right now, they're operating as like a one-line team with Jesper, Timo, and Nico up on the top line. What was the second line tonight? Palat, Mercer, and Tatar? Yee. That shouldn't be a second line anywhere. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know why Fitzy has just been sitting on his hands. This is a real bad omen. We could have gained 1 or 2 points tonight. Yeah, Dylan, I don't know, man. That's something that I don't expect from Brendan Dillon, being the veteran that he is. I don't know if anyone heard any updates on Dougie.
The Devils don't give updates that quickly.
They
let it stretch. They let it stretch, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not sure, Sam. Well, I'm kind of flabbergasted here because I felt so good in that third period when they tied it up. I was like, wow, they are going to prove me wrong. I've been such doom and gloom, as Sam Woo likes to say over here, and they're going to say, Scotty, you don't know. Beep. I just censored myself right there, Sam.
This podcast is not about moral victories.
No, we are not.
But I think after the first period, I think the Devils, it's an adjustment period without Jack Hughes, but for them to come back in the third and actually tie it up in Dallas, and Dallas is no slouch.
No, they're not. They're a really good team.
But there's no room for error, and with that icing, it cost you.
The icing and the 5-on-3.
Yeah, it cost you. So
both in the final minute of 2 periods.
Yeah. I think Markstrom gave his team a chance to win.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So all the fundamentals are there. Look, you're really testing the Devils' depth right now. They're going to have to rely on the young kids. I've been very critical of Nemitz, but we're going to have to ride him. You're going to have to put Casey into the lineup right now, because if Dougie Hamilton's going to be out for any extended time.
See John Heaton's comment. What's up, John? I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah. We can't say that on air. But let me tell you something.
Well, we can. We just choose not to. We choose to keep it, sort of family friendly here.
I'm going to tell you something. Without even knowing anything about Hughes and Hamilton, this could be the ultimate LTIR scenario right before trade deadline. Because you're talking about, I don't know, $17 million worth of space prorated for the rest of the season. Come on down.
That is true. If you LTIR Jack and Dougie, that's a hell of a lot of space.
It's look, if they're truly injured and it works out that way and they can be back by the playoffs, woo.
We're gonna Mark Stone it? Is that what you're saying?
No. Mark Stoning it is, you slip on a piece of paper on the
banana
floor.
peel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly you're on LTIR.
Yeah, but then if you come back in the playoffs, everything is fine.
Yeah.
So, okay. So if Jack and Dougie go down and we get all this extra money, we load up with a couple rentals and then they come back for the playoffs.
There's rumors out there that Rantanen is in play. That the Devils, at the very least, will drive up the price. For the Carolina Hurricanes, but I don't think Carolina would trade inside the division unless it's a deal they can pass up.
Probably not, considering, the way things are lining up right now. Who knows what it's going to be in a week or two from now, but right now it does look like a Devils Hurricanes first-round series. So I'm not sure that they would trade Rantanen over here to New Jersey. Although who knows where everything is gonna end up. Now the only really good news for tonight. I mean, there was some good things. I will say this. Like I said, Luke took that. We don't want to say that 5-on-3, but he had a really strong game. His speed came into play numerous times tonight, getting on the back check and covering a lot of people. But hey, Sam Woo, how long have we talked about Timo Meier needing to score some goals? Tonight, he was a bulldog out there as well. He scores a nice power play goal to get the Devils on the board in the second. And then, he assists on the final goal as well with Pesce. And he was right there next to Pesce, stretching for it to gather it up and shoot it. But it just kind of, trickled a little bit to the right there to Brett. And he's the one who ended up putting it in the back of the net. I mean, that was great. I mean, 3 stars all worn out right in front of Casey DeSmith, really using that as a screen. Great shot by Brett Pesce, but, Timo Meier playing well. We know Nico's played a hell of a season already. I think ESPN had the stat. He had 27 goals last year in 71 games. This year he's got 26 in 56 games I think he's played. Yeah. So Nico's no issue. That's not the issue here. But at least seeing some life from Timo Meier, 2 games in a row with goals. We're gonna need if we're gonna continue, we're gonna need him to start producing like that.
Yeah, and I've also saved all the audio clips on the Woo Report of my prediction of Timo Meier in the second half of the season. And
boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing it repeatedly. But anyway. But yeah, I honestly, Scotty, it sucks the Devils lost, but you know what? Let this be a learning lesson. You got to protect the puck. You got to be smarter. You don't have. I mean, again, it's actually what happened to Team USA. In the finals. But in that case, it wasn't icing, in my opinion. But okay, okay.
Let me ask you this, Sam.
Yeah.
What can they do 5-on-5 to improve? Because they are deadly on the power play. We know Markstrom is good in the net, and they kill penalties really well. The special teams, I don't think it's the 5-on-5 play that has been so lacking What can they do?
Talking about
You know,
offensively?
anything. Sometimes your good defense can spring into offense, but what can they do 5-on-5 to improve?
Honestly, I think they need to simplify their game. I think oftentimes they're
Max says finish. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm right there with that. Yeah.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make. The more this team plays north-south instead of east-west, 5-on-5, it's if you want that transition game, Scotty, 5-on-5, you got to play. You got to play well on defense, get the puck, and then you're off to the races. And I think oftentimes, especially the Dawson Mercer line.
Oh boy.
Specifically, I think they overpass. They're looking for the perfect shot. They're always looking for the perfect. Just get it on net. Just keep on getting it on net, and good things will happen. The rebounds will be there. The creativity will be there.
Dirty goals.
Yeah. But just make the goaltender work.
Do you think it would be wise? And I'm asking everyone as well. Joseph Lanham, quit shooting and passing at players' skates.
You could do that
and
too.
Max just burying it into the goalie's logo. Yeah, we've seen a lot of that this year, right in front of the net. Puck pops out there, he gets some good puck luck, a good bounce, and then boom, we just shoot it right into the crest, and it's just like, what are you guys doing over here? But oh, damn it to hell. My thought just ran right out of my head. Crap. Sorry, Sam. I was going to ask you something now. It just slipped right out of my mind.
No, I did not have wings tonight.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir, for just talking about Jesper Bratt right there. Do you think it would be a wise idea to break up that top line, to try and spread out some of the scoring, or do you say the hell with it? And I'm asking everyone on YouTube and X and Facebook and everything as well. Do you keep them together and just be like, these are our three guys, or do you try to split them up and spread that offense out?
I view it as, Scotty, it's a team game, and you can always keep them on the power play, but I would say split it.
Split it up, okay.
Split it up because it's this time of year. This time of year, you got to learn how to roll four lines.
Now, Max has brought up a good point here that Sam Woo has not had a pocket burrito for quite some time. So really, the issue might be the lack of pocket burrito from Sam Woo.
Well, the lack of super chats means the lack of funding of this pocket burrito.
All right, well, Max says it doesn't matter. We won't score much anyway. PJP says don't break up the line. Joseph Lanham is saying mix it up. So, all right, that's fine. I want to hear everyone's opinions on this, because everyone's going to have a little bit different view on things. Why to say and almost got to have three on the one line? Nico by himself. Yeah, but what if you put Nico with, say, Stefan Nason? They've had a good connection this year, and see if that can, maybe spring something. You'd have to find a different center to move up between Bratt and Timo, but I don't even know who you're going to put up there. At this point, I really don't.
And who do you trade for? I mean, that's the other. We're only a few days away from the deadline. Who do you trade for at this point?
Listen, if I'm going to throw it out there, I loved your idea of Braden Shen. Think that's exactly what this team needs, but no way is he worth 2 first-round picks that Armstrong is asking for.
He's out of his mind.
Jake Evans is now re-signed with the Canadiens, so that puts him out of commission as well. Honestly, well, now if we have room, Brock Nelson is a little bit more attainable. But I'm telling you, man, Ryan Donato in Chicago is having himself a heck of a year. And that might be exactly the type of person that we need on this team at this moment. I don't know what other types of like really big trades that you can make. It's not easy to replace a Jack Hughes and possibly a Dougie Hamilton. That's just not like go out there and, bring someone in and, oh, yeah, we're good. And now teams know that we're desperate. Now they know we're desperate, excuse me. Ryan O'Reilly, that's another one. Okay. Now teams know we're desperate, so they're gonna crank up the price for what they're looking for. Rightfully so on their end. They're not here to do us any favors. But I don't know. At this point, I feel like what is this? Brock had Oscar Sundqvist. Okay. Brock Nelson and Palmieri. It'd be rentals, but I don't know. I don't even know. Is it worth it at this point? I feel like Fitzy he waited too long here, and now you're in like desperation mode.
I think. Look, the Devils are not going to put any information out there. They're going to go about their business. But right now, Columbus is trailing just by 4 points, and
they lost tonight. That's a good thing. We had a lot of help tonight as well. Just to review that side of it, the Bruins lost. Whatever. The Hurricanes beat the Red Wings, but I think the Red Wings are a bigger challenge for the Devils right now over the Hurricanes. The BJs got blown out by the Lightning 6-2. Flyers lost. The Icelanders won, actually. They beat the Winnipeg Jets. Oh, great. Thanks, guys. So the Jets can be furious when we play them on Friday. But looking at that game, Palmieri scored his 20th. Brock Nelson scored his 20th. And Brock assisted on Palmieri's goal, too. Power play goal. Is there a way for like a Brock Besser? Different Brock? I don't know if it's is it worth it for what you're going to lose? I'm not sure, because right now I don't see this team as like making a run to the cup. I just don't. Now, who knows? You get in the playoffs, anything can happen. Maybe Jack Hughes isn't as injured as we think. Maybe Dougie Hamilton isn't as injured as we think. Yeah, the Rangers won, so they're only behind us by 6. And Max, the trade today is just, whatever. LeChance is a big boy. I think his pops works with the Devils, so let's see how that, kind of came about. But he's a big kid. He's like 6'5", right? Like 220. So it'll be fun watching Max for you up there watching some Boston University games with our potential goaltender of the future and maybe a middle six winger. Yeah, Robert. I mean, I know it's Jack has got a bad injury. But I'm trying to remain somewhat positive here. So Sam Woo doesn't say I'm all doom and gloom. I do like the doom
We
metal,
shouldn't
though.
speculate what's going on. This is typical of the Devils. They hide stuff till they're very strategic with their injury news.
Mm-hmm.
Always strategic. They always keep you wondering.
Serve just because Brock looks like he's from the 1920s. Does he have the Raleigh Fingers handlebar curl mustache? Brock Nelson, when he drops the gloves, does he go like this?
Like Soda Popinski.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Remember when we used to have fun on this podcast when the Devils were winning and we were having a good time? Now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, boy. But, they blew one tonight. Bad play by Dylan. Don't expect to see that from him. So really disappointed. But on the positive note, I will say, really like the play of Timo Meier. Really like the play of Luke Hughes. Nico goes without saying. Jacob Markstrom looks good in net. He made some terrific saves tonight. So just in case you were wondering how he would be off of his injury, he's looking very, very good. So the season is not done yet, but it's getting close. We are in the crunch. 19 games left. And just about every team has games in hand on us. So they got to figure it out. So we can have a fun podcast where we can make more jokes, the entire time, not just, wipe our tears away and then make a few funnies at the end. We want to have fun the entire time. Come on, guys. 5-on-5 play. You can do it. Let's go.
Yeah. I like to be doing this.
Yeah.
Old Yeller.
No one's been old Yellered in quite some time, so let's go. Let's go, boys. All right, Sam. Well, let's wrap this bad boy up. I know it's getting pretty late over there on the East Coast. Devils lose a heartbreaker here to the Dallas Stars. And, two massive injuries with Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton. Let us hope for the best. And let us keep our eyes, on the news. Because trade deadline is Friday. So if something goes down, Sam, myself, and the rest of the Let's Go Devils podcast crew, we'll be around to talk about it before game time Friday night when they take on the Winnipeg Jets back home at the Rock in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah. That was probably my cue to hit the music, right?
You know it, Sam.
Whoops. A little rusty. I'm still a little rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Want to thank all those tuning in. Sorry we couldn't have a better outcome.
Yeah.
But we're going to build towards the postseason. We're going to build it.
Playoffs.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Devils lose 4-3. But hopefully some good news in the next couple days. State of the Fan address tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Till next time, let's go Devils.